brought us Nala, and we're on Facebook Live. So tell us what Nala. What is Nala? She's about 2 years old.
Actually, she's only about 7 months.
Look at you.
She's about 7 months old. Super sweet girl. I mean, just when I went up and I talked to the adoption counselors and I said, hey, who would be a good dog to take tomorrow? Yeah. Nala was the one that they recommended because they said she's just got a great personality.
And she came in, Ryan was here, and we had there's 5 of us in the studio. She came in, was perfect. She was great. She didn't bark or anything. She stayed right on you. And now on Facebook, you can see what she looks like. And the Pet of the Week, all being brought to you by Pet Food Center. So, all right, so Nala, she's 7 months old, up for adoption. What would her adoption fee?
Her adoption fee is going to be $100. Actually, $120. Sorry, $120. But that's going to include. No, I was right the first time. I'm sorry. I'm having a.
I love how you're having a conversation with yourself.
I am. I just thought, well, she's 7 months, so she's old enough. Yeah, $100 for her adoption fee. But that includes her spay is included in that. That also includes all of her age-appropriate vaccines, bagged food, nationally registered microchip. All that's included.
All right, now I'm not a smart person. I'm going to call Nala the swing term.
Sure.
She's a pit bull.
She is.
She's
yes.
a pit bull. American York.
American.
Good girl.
Yes. She's a Yorkie. She's a Yorkshire Terrier.
Shake.
No, Staffordshire Terrier.
Yeah,
Staffordshire Terrier is one of the breeds that's commonly referred to as a pit bull.
So the pit bull's not a breed. It's just a slang term.
It's just kind of a street term for what the type of dogs these are.
But it's funny though, because when you say pit bull, you have this image. You look at Nala, and like, there's no way that's a pit bull. She's so nice, and she's loving, and she's hopping on Leslie right now, giving her chocolate licks, and it's like that's the type of pit bull that people should be experiencing all the time. When I think of pit bull, that's what they should be thinking about.
That's exactly it. And that's the attitude we want people to think about it. You know, we see, it makes me cringe every time image of this vicious dog with a spiked collar around his neck with his teeth bared. And they really are nanny dogs. In nature, that's what they were always known as. These dogs have been around for a really long time. I have a...
Longer than Leslie?
Yeah, way longer than Leslie.
Sorry, I'm getting my shot when I came on the mic.
I have a sepia tone, like, old photograph of my great-great-grandfather standing in his little knickers with his little button-down cap next to his pit bull.
Really?
And, you know, so these are dogs that are great dogs. Yes, they're very powerful dogs. Yes, there have been people that have done horrible things to them. They have, treated them poorly. They have poorly bred them. In many cases, to create a fighting dog, to create this dog that's going to be used for dog fighting. But the vast majority of them are wonderful. They're very sweet. She's so strong. She's pulling, and I won't let her off because I don't want her to jump on Leslie.
It's okay. You can let her off.
Okay.
I'm good.
So if you want to go Facebook Live, see if Nala Leslie and kiss. She's been trying to get on Leslie and kiss her and give her hugs the entire time she's walking.
And also tell them that she has on Facebook Live. She has sat.
She has.
And when I say shake, she shakes.
Oh, she's so sweet.
She also likes to lick toes.
Yeah, she's a
toe licker, which is great.
She wants to nibble on toes.
She smiles too.
She does smile.
Grin.
So go to Facebook Live, and again, we have that word image when people say pit bull. Because we look at Nala, and there's no way. I mean, she's such a lovable animal. I'm assuming she's going to be good with other dogs.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And at the Vanderbilt Humane Society, we're very careful when we get dogs in, especially from this breed, because we know the stereotype. We know the struggles that these dogs face. We don't want to put a dog that we feel might be dangerous because of the circumstances it has come from back out into the community. So we do a very strict temperament evaluation on all.
No. Hey, no.
We're very cautious when we're talking to families, so that they know how people might react to them or things that they need to have. These are great dogs. So many of our staff members have them. And they've got little kids, and they're just a family dog.
You silly girl. You're just silly. You're just silly.
She's got that hang motor.
Rubber Billy. More
with Kendall Paul, the VHS Pet Release brought to you by Pet Food Center. More with Kendall next.
What do you do, huh?
Wow, she's energetic, but that's so fun.
A puppy. She's only 7
months.
months.
Look at that. She just loves that.
So do you think she'd be good with kids and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think she's good with kids. She's a puppy herself.
Yeah.
So she has to be trained, and the kids have to be trained. You know, you have to make sure that anytime you're introducing any dog, not just a pit bull, to children, that they know how to.
All right. You want more lemon?
Kevin, some comments on Facebook. Kevin says,
I know, you smell kitty
"OMG,
cats.
so beautiful. Pit bulls are my favorite dogs of all time. Pit bulls are the best dogs I've ever had. My best friend was a pit bull.
That's awesome.
Sadly, we had to put him down."
Oh, I know that's hard.
And then Donald wants me to ask you about the band cast. And my little girls want, and I want a cat, or maybe van cat. Does that mean, I don't know. But we need an outdoor cat, outside cat. Ask her what option for one.
She might want to try contacting a group called Feline Fix, and you can find them on Facebook. Vandenberg Humane Society doesn't adopt out cats to be outdoors because we feel there are way too many cats already outdoors. They're not natural to our ecosystem. They're not like a raccoon or a possum. They're not supposed to be there. Really? So they do harm wildlife. They do, you know, kill reptiles, lizards, and they kill songbirds and things like that. There are so many cats that are already out there. We do the Trap, Neuter, Return program because we're trying to reduce the number of outdoor cats there are, but we don't adopt them to be outdoors. There are groups like Feline Fix who work with cats that have already been outdoors, and sometimes they're looking to place cats in new environments where they're going to be cared for. And certainly we would much prefer that for than those cats to then be euthanized simply because they don't have a place to go. But we don't want to add them to the population.
And the consensus is that she's beautiful. Johnny,
She is. I'm so
Mel,
happy
and
to hear that.
Bob. Also, David Russell says she's a very pretty dog and looks very playful.
She's very playful. She is a puppy, and that's what people need to recognize, that, you know, when dogs start to look like a full-grown dog, but they're only 7, 8 months old, they're still a puppy, and you need to think about them like that.
Puppy, even though she doesn't look like a puppy.
Yeah, she's house trained. She did really well with that. I mean, I took her out this morning. Come here.
And she sat, and she shakes hands,
Yes.
and she's house
So,
trained.
Kendall, if somebody wanted to, like, go cardio for canines with her, maybe think about adopting her, how do they do that?
Cardio for Canines, they just need to show up on Saturday morning. You can go to our website and get lots of information about it. There's a pre-registration paper that you can fill out if you haven't done it before, which just saves you a little time when you're there. And then once you have that turned in, then it's a first-come, first-served basis.
Okay.
If nobody has taken her out yet and you request her, then they might be able to go get her for you specifically. And then you take them out through Garvin Park and spend the time, and we hand out water and
So
stuff.
people can't go, hey, I saw Nala on the website, on Facebook, I want to take her for a walk.
Yeah, it's it's kind of crazy and hectic, so they usually kind of just go in and are matching them up, but they'll do the best they can, especially if somebody's interested in maybe spending some more time with her. Absolutely.
Okay, say bye, Nala.
See, kissy, 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 kissy. Oh yes,
Kissy, 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 kissy.
That would have been so awesome if you said bye, Nala. Yeah, she talks too.